Hello Craftaholics, I'm Peggy. Merry Craftmas in July. This is the first video in what I hope to be a three-part series on our advent calendar. The first one today will be the construction of all of our drawers. The second one will be wrapping everything in paper. And then the third will be putting it all together and decorating, at least in theory. Don't hold me to this. Anyway, this is the one where you will need your 110-pound cardstock and a coordinating 65-pound cardstock. It does not have to be the craft color. I just chose this because it goes really well with my paper collection. But you can use the craft, black, white, or even another color to make your drawers. It does not matter. It is up to you because this is your deal. You will also need 3/8" double-sided tape. And I get mine on Amazon, and I will find the link and put it down in the description below. But let me put these things aside. And a little disclaimer is this is probably going to look intimidating. It shouldn't, but it probably will. And I know there are some of you who will say, but I just can't do it, so I'm not even going to try. And I know who you are. So, and you can do it. It looks like a lot just because there's a lot of pieces that have to be cut and put together and whatnot. But it's really not that difficult as long as you just kind of go in order. And in my Facebook group, I am going to have a PDF that's downloadable, numbered 1 to 25 for each box, and the size and the pieces and whatnot. So you can kind of use it as a checkoff list if you'd like. But otherwise, you can just take a screenshot each time I bring a new card up, so you can get the dimensions that way. But this is going to be box 1 and 9, and a drawer, and it is going to be a total of 1 1/8 inches wide, 1 5/8 inches high, and 2 1/8 inches deep. I thought like 2 inches deep is a good size for the drawers. So we have two sides that are 1 5/8 by 2 1/8. Then we have, where'd it go? It's stuck. There he is. Our back, which is 1 1/8 by 1 5/8. And then our top and bottom, which let me put it up here. Our top and bottom, which are 1 1/8 by 2 1/8. Sorry, guys. Okay. And then our drawer is, sorry, the two sides are 1 1/2 by 2. Oops. Our front and back are 1 by 1 1/2. And this is where you're going to need something to cut your notch in, your little thumb pole. And that's the one I'm using from my envelope punch board, just because it adds a little bit of character there. And then our bottom is 1 by 2. Now we're also going to need construction strips, and all that is 1 inch wide pieces of the 65-pound cardstock. You score it down the middle, and then on the other side you put tape on each side, and this will fold over, and that's what holds all of our pieces together. Now, I'm hoping I pre-made enough for this. Otherwise, I'll have to cut a few. But for this one, I need, let's see, 2 1 1/8. I'm just going to work on this part first. 2 1 5/8. And 4 2 1/8. These little drawers, I just got them at the Dollar Tree. They're really cute, actually. Let me see, here's another one as I stretch over here. But it's just like two little drawers. It looks like the big ones that you buy that stand, but I just thought they were really cute, and they're really, really handy. Okay, 1 2 3 4. Okay. Put those back in there. Alrighty. At least I actually did get to score all these, fold them over and burnish them. The only things I did not get to is when you make your construction strips, you're going to take your scissors, and okay, here it is open. We're going to close, let it fly out of your hand. We're going to close it over this way, and just from the corner in, just cut out a couple little triangles. It helps to keep the bolt down, and so you really don't see it in your construction when you put your decorative papers on. And I'm sorry I forgot to do this part, but I'm going to put together like maybe 2 or 3 drawers, so you'll just kind of get the hang of it. But this, I'm hoping this turns out good. I started a prototype and I did not get a chance to finish it. So we are all going to see the results at the same time, but I think it's going to look really, really good. And the reason that you have notches on the front and the back panel, what I came up with is on the front, we're going to have the numbers. So when you open that drawer that day and you take out the prize, whoever gets the little prize inside, you can actually take the drawer out, turn it around, and it will have a design on it, but you'll know that that day has been done. So I just thought it was a cute way of doing it. And kind of easy. So I'm almost done with these. Okay. Let me get a drink of water. Okay, the way I always start mine, I take my bottom and I will take my strips. And now this is where you can also use a glue stick if you want some, to help you with that little bit of a wiggle room. Stuck right there. But I will take my piece. Let me try to zoom you guys in. I don't do this very well, but I will try a little bit here. There. Now I'm out of frame. Okay. I fold it in half and I take my piece and I just kind of butt it right up in the corner there. And when I like where it is, I press down. And this is also a project where you are going to want tape and not glue. It just, I would not advise it for this. Okay, so we're going to take our second one. Take the strip off. I'm just going to turn it this way since I'm being right-handed. It's easier. Fold it up in half. Butt that right up against it. Now look at the placement I'm going to push. Okay, I'm going to take you guys out again just a little bit so I can get everything in the frame. I don't know how people do this so easily. So easy breezy, beautiful, cover girlish. Okay, whoop, a little too far. You can see my blue tape. I put it down so I don't go out of frame. At least try to stay in frame. It's, I just kind of have that habit there. Then I'm going to take my 2 pieces that are 1 5/8. And I had started just, when I did my drawing, I used just the sizes of the drawers. But I'm giving 1/8 of an inch. That way when paper's on, they'll slide in and out really, really nice. And I did the wrong piece. Okay. Goodness. This is a 1 1/8. Okay. Then fold it up. Find that placement. So like I said, it's really, really simple. It's nothing intimidating. It's just a lot of numbers. That's all. Okay. Turn around. Again, fold that up. Butt this right up on the bottom. Okay, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just there to hold things together. It's not going to be seen. So then I start taking the outer piece off, and I kind of do things in the opposite direction. And I'm going to fold this piece up and butt my one side, making sure that my pieces are all even, because you want a nice squared off box. Okay. Here's my next piece. And again, fold that piece up but right up to it. Like I said, and it's very important that everything is even. Okay. So, Diane, this is for you. I really hope that you like what I have come up with for you. Let's see. Okay, now that's my back piece. And then what I usually do on my back piece is where I attach my top. So it's going to just come this way. So that is 1 piece of 1 1/8 that I actually forgot. There we go. Like I said, I cut quite a few. I'm just hoping I cut enough. And I'm hoping I didn't get some of the construction strip numbers jumbled in my head. There was like so much going on with it, but it's all good. Okay. Do that real quick. I like to put it onto the back. It just, for me, it makes it easier because it'll just fold right on over. I don't know about you guys, but I am really, really excited about Christmas this year. Mainly because of my channel. I am loving doing this. Okay, I just found out why I thought it was short. I put one on the front, and that really wasn't necessary, so I'm just going to snip that off. See? Talking and crafting. Anyway. Yeah, I just made a boo-boo. No big deal. Okay, so it looks like this now. Kind of like, I live in the desert, so it's kind of like a scorpion. Anyway, now, on these pieces, on our sides, we're going to take 2 more of our 2 1/4 pieces. I'm going to put 1 on the end of each side. And 1 on the other side. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to Christmas and all. I've got some good stuff in the works for all of you. So I cannot do it that way. So I really, really hope that you will stay with me and enjoy it and craft with me this Christmas. If you hear like planes, I'm right near an Air Force base, and apparently they're practicing today. They have maneuvers today. So now the 1 5/8 that I undid, that is going to go onto our back piece. Okay, let me get my other one. Maybe. Okay. Well, that didn't work well. And then, see, I just don't do so well with my going opposite way here. Okay, so now your piece should look like this. Everything kind of connected there. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to take off, and then we're going to do it just one at a time. Take off one of the pieces that's alongside of our back piece. And again, we're just going to take this and fold it in. And again, lining that up, making sure everything is nice and even. So now it looks like this. Okay. Now we're going to take the tape off of this end. If I can get in there. Okay. Here we go. And again, we're going to do our best to fold it up and just try to line that up as neatly as you can. Okay. So now we have an open top box. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to take our tape off of one side at a time. Some people take like both pieces of tape off at once, but I don't. I just have better luck if I just do one at a time. And I can control it better. So, okay, so there's that. And then we'll pull that one out. And get our last. And it pretty much lines itself up, that one. And there we have the box for our first drawer. Put that aside. And this is also where I said to get the little baggies, so you can just put your pieces in there. Also, if you're pre-cutting everything, you can just plop it right in one of those bags and you'll be good to go. Everything will be nice and handy. Okay, now I need 2 of my 1-inch, 4 of my 1.5, and 2 of my 2s. And the numbers will never be the same on the construction strips, just because you've got an open box and then you've got an open top drawer, so they won't match up. So don't get confused if you're thinking that they should. Just remember to look at your list and you'll see. Okay, let me taper these in. So how is the weather where all of you are today? Our temperature's kind of lower than it's been. We are only at 108 today. We have already, I think it was last week, had 115 for I don't know how many days in a row. But gotta love summer in the desert. It's awesome. But you know what? It's like, I don't know, 2 months of hell, I guess you could say. And then you've got 2 or 3 months, and then the rest of it is just beautiful weather year round. I love it out here. Ugh. Okay. Only 2 more to go. I know this is the boring part, so I am sorry, guys, that I didn't get a chance to do this beforehand. Okay, last one. And this is going to go together. Basically, I'm sweating. Basically the same way that the box did. Okay, so we are going to start again with the bottom. And we are going to take our 2-inch strips. And again, attach one. Again, bending it and bringing that right in there. And if your construction strips are too long, just trim a little bit off. It's not a big deal. Like I said, the way they look doesn't matter. It's just as long as they do their job and hold everything together. And it's actually, if you work with like a lot of like white cardstock, it's kind of good to keep some of these, the construction strips, just the long ones, handy in case you need them for whatever. So they don't have to sit there and try to make them, because it can be a little bit of a pain to make them. I'll be honest. It's very time consuming, so. But for the job they do, totally worth it. And can you see now why I said I would not suggest glue? It's just, I just don't think it would work for this project. And double-sided tape really isn't that expensive. So. Okay, there's all my pieces on my bottom. Now I am going to attach my sides. Same way we've been doing it. Making sure everything is even. Then I'm going to undo that one. Same thing, fold it up. Match everything. And if something is off a little bit, you can just take this time now to trim it. It's not a big deal. We're going to take our fronts and our backs. Let's take this little piece off here. Same thing. Fold it up and match it. And then we'll do our second one. So now it looks like this. Let me get that batter up there so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, now we're going to take our 1.5 inch pieces, and we are going to, it doesn't matter if you put them on the sides or on the edges of the front and back. It doesn't really matter, whichever one you are more comfortable with, or just wherever your first one happens to go, and follow its leader, follow the leader. So I'm going to put mine on my sides though. Oh, jeez. You know, I keep picking it up like I think I can, you know, handle that the right way. It's kind of funny. At least funny to me. I crack myself up a lot, let me tell you. Let's do the other one while we have it on that side. And all these boxes that we're making, our advent calendar is going to be the size of a 12 by 12 piece of chipboard, medium weight chipboard. That is how I have planned it out, at least. Okay. And I'm really excited to get these done. And I can't wait for you guys to post pictures in the Facebook group when you are done with yours, so I can see how everything looks. I'm excited. I love Christmas. Okay, last one. And that goes there. Okay, same as the other. All you're going to do, release the paper and bring your front or back, whichever it is, in. Okay, this one, I just realized we're going to have to cut them down a little bit deeper, just because I forgot about it with the notch. I made that mistake before. Let's see. So we're just going to go just in a bit more, just on the side towards the edge, so that when this goes together, there we go. That in. It avoids covering up the notch at all. So, okay. I'm going to come down and do this one. Again, let me cut those in a little bit more. And I don't know, I mean, just measure to see where your notch is, and that'll be where you're going to cut. Okay. Again, I'm going to come down and do this one. It's just easier to put the same side up that you've already done one corner. Sorry guys, I was out of frame. I apologize. All I'm doing is peeling and sticking, peeling and sticking. Make sure that your tops are all even. And then just go ahead and do the other side. This, I don't think, I'm not going to be able to do it so you guys can see it. But I'm just matching everything up just like we've been doing. And my last piece is this one. I'm going to make sure that my tops match. And there we go. And now your little drawer will slide right in. So, and again, that's why I did the notches on both sides, so you can take this piece out. You take out your little gift, turn it around, and plop it back in. So you know that that one has been confiscated. How's that? Okay, that was box 1 and 9. I'm going to do, I think, one more for you guys, and then I'm just going to go over numbers with you. Okay. Of course, this is box 2, 6, 8, and 10. And it is 2 inches wide, 1 inch high, and 2 inches deep. I didn't want to put that there. That's my garbage bowl. There we go. Anyway. Oi. Our sides are for the box part, 1 1/8 inches high and 2 1/8 inches deep. our back is 2 1/8 wide and 1 1/8 high. And then our top and bottom are 2/8 inches square, 2/8 by 2/8. And our drawer is going to be 1 inch high and 2 deep. Our front and backs are 2 by 1. And then our bottom is 2 by 2. Now, I did not change, well, you can't with an envelope punch board, but I didn't change the size of the notch. It's all the way up to the 25th. I just thought uniformity. I think it looks a lot better that way. Okay. For this one, I need, sorry guys, I'm having a rough day here. 2 1 1/8. And I need 6 2 1/8. 2, 3. Okay. If I can figure out how to do it, I will try to speed up through my cutting here, but there are no guarantees on that. It's just tedious. But do you guys see how simple that one was to put together? The first one, like I said, it looks intimidating because you have all these numbers and all these pieces, but it's really not. Especially, I mean, I highly recommend laying it out like this so you can see exactly what you're doing. It makes it a lot easier to be able to visualize, you know, how it's going to look and everything. Okay. And I would only work on one at a time, because otherwise that will be very confusing. But you can always know when you cut your pieces out, you can always write the sizes on them and like what it's for, you know, which one, and like if it's front, back, whatever. But again, keeping it in the baggies will help do the same thing. So, okay. Now we're going to start by putting all the way around our bottom. Don't know why I said it that way. Anyway. Okay, so that'll be our first 4. I'm working on some more really cute ideas for our Christmas in July celebration here. I've actually got an ornament I'm working on and a few more, well, of course, more stocking stuffer ideas. So be on the lookout. And I'm reminding you of that so that you know, why don't you take the time to subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed yet. And be sure to hit that notification bell so you'll know every time I upload a video. And you do get choices. When you click on the bell, it will menu will drop down, and you can choose either just a few videos or you can choose all of them. Sorry about that, guys. Had a little technical issue here. Okay, and okay, now that we have them on our 3 sides, we are going to take our sides and our back and attach them to the bottom. Okay. Oh, come on. Jeez. I hadn't planned on, we're not going to be covering the inside of the boxes because I really don't think you'll be able to see them. But if you would like to, you're more than welcome. Or if you use a different color, like a red or something, they'd be fine anyway. But because I think it would also be way too much paper, and then it would be very, very tight. So, okay. Okay, and now to take our other 3 and put them on the edges of our side and our back. Okay. And guys, like I had said before, this whole Christmas in July is for all of you. So if anyone has an idea or wants me to show how to make something, just let me know in the description below, because I'm here for you guys. Okay, I'm working on the Christmas cards because somebody requested that, and that's all I've heard of them so far. So just let me know down below, and I will try to make it work. Okay, here is our last piece for here. Let's see, not so easy for me. There we go. Okay. Now, at this point, I'm also going to put my pieces here on the side, just to get everything on and ready. Okay. Here's 2. Okay. So now your box will look this way. It actually looks like somebody holding their arms up. Anyway, that's beside the point. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is work with our little pieces and put our box together this way. So again, it pulls it right in. Just make sure that everything is aligned. There you go. And second one. Go. And just bring that in. And bring up that. There we go. Now, I'm going to take the top and attach it to my back here. I know I did it the opposite way on the other one. It's whatever you feel like doing at the time. Okay, and then just connect our sides and our top, and we've got our box part done. What's also neat about using the same size notch is, where do you see when I get to Christmas Day? It is a 4-inch square box. So you've got a lot of room on both sides, actually, to put some really pretty either papers or decorations. There's a lot of room to work with, so it'll be pretty awesome. I'm excited. Okay, and again, here is our second little drawer, and that piece ripped somehow. No problem. Just snip that off. There we go. There's our box. And for our other drawer, we are going to need 4 1-inch and 4 2-inch. Like I said, it's like they'll never be the same sizes and never the same quantities. It's interesting how it works out, but okay. I have no idea what I'm saying. So, sorry guys. I'm kind of like, I'm off in like craft zone, and sometimes it's hard to think when I'm in my crafty zone. Anyway. Okay, so we are going to take this. Let me slide these over a bit. And first thing is going to be our 2-inch pieces. There's this. And attach them to our bottom. And I forgot to angle them in. Oy, oy, oy. You know, it is definitely one of those days. I'm going to trim that. It's a little long. Why didn't you guys tell me what I was doing? That I was forgetting a step. Goodness gracious. And these scissors, these are Westcott scissors. I got them actually a set of 3 at Walmart, and they are non-stick, and they are awesome, awesome scissors. So if you're looking for a good pair, I highly, highly recommend it. Their products are all pretty good. I like them. Okay. Actually, my craft mat is from Westcott as well. So, I don't know if I mentioned it before. I actually bought 2 of them because I hit a sale. This is like a $50 mat. I got it for like under $10. I got 2 of them for like under 20 bucks. I got 2 craft mats. And these are 3 feet by 4, no, 2 feet by 3 feet. So, I mean, they're big mats. Awesome, awesome deal. Okay, now I can continue. Like I said, next time I do that, guys, tell me. Jeez. Just kidding. Kinda. No, I'm just kidding. Now, if I was doing a live, you guys would be screaming at me, I know. Okay, let's see. Okay. And our bottom is done. So we'll just attach our pieces. It doesn't matter which goes on which since it's a square. So. But you do need to watch these thin ones. Once they're punched with your notch, they're a little bit delicate. So just be on the lookout for that. They just like to buckle. And once you do a couple, you'll like fall into a rhythm, and it'll be you may not be able to talk, but you'll fall into a rhythm and they'll be done before you know it. So okay, so now it looks like this. And now I'm just on my sides, I'm going to put my little 1-inch pieces. Okay. Almost. But they come together really, really quickly. And like I said, it's really not not intimidating to make. It just looks that way. So okay. And for the last one. And I don't know how much 110 and 65, I'm not even done with 65 because I have a lot more strips, but I am not sure how many sheets it took to cut all of this out. I did not keep track, guys. Okay, now we're going to attach our pieces to make our drawer. And as we go on, they progressively get larger. So I thought that'd be a neat way to do it. And there's some that are tall and some that are short and skinny and, you know, all different sizes. So it should be fun this coming Christmas to count down with this. Okay. And my last one here. There we go. And my last corner. And again, your little drawer. And pull it up either way. Okay. that was those. Now, I will show you. I was going to cut out, well, let me show you. Well, you know, I cut all the pieces out, but I'm just going to tell you the dimensions instead of taking everything apart, because that'll take like another half hour. But this one is 1.5 wide, 1 inch high, 2 inches deep. And there's all your numbers there. I will hold that steady for you so you can take a screenshot. Okay. Numbers 4 and 5 are 1.5 by 1.5 by 2. Okay, next one. 11, 15, 16, 17. These are 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. So they are actually gonna, I did it again. There would be your front, your back, and your walls. So they would look that way. Oh, come on. Jeez, my fingers do not want to work today. That is for sure. That is those. We have 12 and 14. Where our box is going to look like, here are our sides, our front, our back, and our bottom. That's an idea for that one. Okay. And like I said, in my Facebook group, you can just go and download the PDF with all of these sizes and all the measurements on it. Okay. I love these little clips, but they're really, really difficult to work sometimes. Okay, our next one is 13 and 19. And they are 3 inches wide by 1 inches high by 2 inches deep. And they will look this way. Okay. Oh, goodness. We are almost done here, guys. Almost. I tried to not go on too long, so we'll see. Okay. 18 and 22 are 3 by 1.5 by 2. So, just like the last one, but just a little bit taller. It'll look like that. Remember, if you want to write these down, you can actually pause the video to do that. Almost there. Okay, our next ones are 20, 21, 23, and 24. And they're getting a little bit larger. A little bit deeper, too. So they look like, it'll look like this. Okay, get bigger goodies in those. And our final one, which will be Christmas Day. Let me move that aside. Christmas Day will look like this. We have our sides. Our front, our back, and our bottom. So there you have it. That is all of our construction pieces. If you have any questions, just leave me comments down below. Or you can also email me. It is mrsizzyscraftstudio@gmail.com. craftmas.com if you have any questions. And like I said, in my Facebook group, I will have the PDF that you can download. And I hope that you guys, join me in doing this year. It'll be really, really fun. And again, if you're not a subscriber, please take this time to subscribe. Press the notification bell so you know every time I upload a video. So when the drop-down menu comes up, you click the top button which says all. And also like this video, please. It helps me get farther with YouTube. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you have a good one, and I will see you in the next. Bye.